because I've just drawn this picture. So with any customer that you're having a trend conversation, you know, like, and if you want to maximize those HNS and bundles, so this is how it should look like, or you know, you can put your own style and things like that. So in any New Zealand given home, okay, this is the house. So we've got a tablet, we've got a PC, we've got a smart TV, we've got a PS4, which is, you know, like the gaming console. We've got the security cameras, we've got mobile phones, you know, this is how it looks like an average New Zealand home. And for anything that these devices do, they have to connect to the World Wide Web. You know, in other words, the internet. You can say anything. So at any given time, there is a constant data traffic going on. Now, our position as an internet service provider is we enable these devices through our modems to get onto World Wide Web. So that's what Spark does, right? This is our position. We enable people to go online, but we don't control and manage what they do. So if I've got a Spark fiber broadband at home, I can go to 100 different websites across my devices, but Spark is not responsible for anything which, you know, like goes on there, because at the end of the day, that's not our problem. You know, if I go on any, let's say, inappropriate websites, gambling, think about, you know, like pornography, you know, these days, you know, it's a very thing happening around teenagers and things like that. And think about all those, you know where I'm coming from, right? So like I said, we're not responsible for that. However, we've got products that will make sure all the devices in their house are safe. So that's when the Trend Micro comes into picture. So how are we going to talk about it? So obviously what you need to do is you need to tell the customer, okay, cool. So we've got a box which is called a Trend Micro home network security system. Now this traffic here, what it will do is, instead of getting it directly to your phones, all this traffic will go through Trend, which will go through your modem, and it will make sure that your devices are protected from hackers, scammers, phishing. Obviously this is a term which you can use, you know, with emails and stuff. Things like, this is a big thing these days, identity theft, which can obviously sometimes lead to financial loss. This is a big one, malware, ransomware, etc., etc. I mean, there are 50, or you know, you can even list 100 different things that actually happen, you know, like over the internet. So this is how we're going to position ourselves. You know, like when you're talking about, you know, Trend bundle or, you know, HNS, you have to, you know, like, just these are the terms which will actually make a big difference, because, you know, like, customers know about these things. You know, like if you go on any banking website and if you go to help and support, the first thing that you'll see is these things. Malware, how can you, you know, like, protect your devices from malware, phishing, and this and that. Any security, you know, concerned website, these are the words that you will actually, you know, like, find there. So this is how it's going to happen if they're inside, you know, like, obviously if they're inside their house. Now, how we can add the bundle, obviously, if you're talking about just the network security, this is how it is. How we can add the bundle. What's the cost of the bundle?
360.
369, right? So, and what's the cost of the red packet?
229.
229. So how much will it cost to a customer extra to make sure they are safe in their home and they are safe no matter wherever they go, and as long as they're in the planet Earth? You know, Trend doesn't cover Mars or Pluto. As long as they are in the planet Earth, there's all their devices are safe in their home as well as outside. So think about, you know, like, I was connecting to the coffee club Wi-Fi the other day, you know, in Bushin. So when I was really happy, or cool, you know, like, I've got extra, you know, data. Why should I use my mobile data? And the moment I connected to their Wi-Fi, it straight away told me, this Wi-Fi is not safe. You can show them, and put it. Everybody's got a Trend Micro app on their phone, right? The maximum security. So I think on that app, the best thing I like about, especially when you're talking to customers with the sales conversation, is you can straight away go to this screen here. Show to the customer, this is what it will look like. If you click on a scam email, it's not going to stop you from scamming. Spamming, not scamming, spamming. But if you click on that link, whatever it might be, whether it's on Facebook, it's on your email or any other website, this is what it's going to do. It will straight away block it. I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but just adding to that bundle conversation. So by just paying an extra $6 a month, right? And they can have a complete thing protected. That's how we have to, put there in front of the customer. You can still have a conversation with maximum security and lead it to here. And customers will understand, this guy is actually making sense, yes. Because to be honest with you, it also covers security cameras. So if you've got a security camera in your house, which is obviously Wi-Fi enabled as well, right? So it will make sure that it's not being hacked or something like that. Because if I'm a hacker, if I'm very smart, because these hackers actually are, they earn a lot, they earn too much. They don't really have to work for a big technology company. They're so smart, so that's why Trend is not only about an antivirus. You should probably position Trend Micro as a cyber security. There are big companies in this world, whose networks are actually secured by Trend Micro. So I think this is something that we have to probably, when we're having those conversations around HNS, maybe make it a bigger picture and draw it for them. That's fine. We'll order extra CRD pads, not an issue at all. Because what will happen is you will once you start drawing that, you'll be cool. What is the drawing all about? Yeah, so that's it from me, guys. More next Friday. If you have any questions around this, please feel free to ask from Matt, who will be here on Friday, and he really wants us to go to the next level. He's like, you guys are amazing. You guys are doing a really good job. But all we want from you is make sure you're having those conversations as well, because it's actually money is just flowing. It's easy money. When you're selling those Trend Micros. And this number here, 0800 901 537, I did ask Matt 3 questions. My challenge is, because I went to a few customers' house, when are we getting rid of that DHCP, which is having on our fiber, modem. So what he said was, the reason that DHCP configuration is required, when those modems were built, and when they were tested, there were certain modems which were not upgraded to the latest firmware. And it's only those modems. It's not all the fiber modems. It's only some categories of modems which were not upgraded with the latest firmware are causing issues. But what he also said was, if they ring this number, the Trend Micro number, we have conversations with our call centers, on a weekly basis, because Spark is one of our biggest customers in New Zealand, and we don't want any kind of, issues with Spark customers. So Spark is actually selling most number of Trend Micros in New Zealand. So we actually #1 customers, for Trend Micro. So just imagine, so what he said was, I want you to give me feedback. If a customer comes into your store and says this contact center rep was not happy, feed it back to me. We want to get it right. If we are telling you to sell stuff, just go into it. Yeah, so that's it from me, guys. All right, let's